Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Sean Go, coming back with a second video of the day. Hope all is well with y'all. Hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a second spiritual message, so let's get into it. So, the title for this video is going to be Look Back at Your Old Rewards and Old Accomplishments in case you forget who you are. Look back at your old rewards and old accomplishments in case you forget who you are. I'll explain. So sometimes on the journey, we can forget who we are. We can forget the person we're destined to be, and we can forget our own potential that we possess inside ourselves. Because sometimes life just can throw you off, can confuse you, can have you not thinking in the right state of mind sometimes. And when you get into that type of space, you can forget who you are. You can forget how powerful you are, and you can forget exactly the capability that you have, and the ability and the talents and the gifts that you possess to make a difference in your life, and not only in your life, but for others around you, and even for your family, and even for your own, and for your generations that's going to come after you and beyond that. So when that happens, sometimes we start to not feel as confident within ourselves, and we start to believe that certain things that we want to do, we can't achieve it, or we might think that we're crazy for even thinking that we can even make it happen or make it possible, or even believe in what God might have showed us about our abundance and prosperity that we're going to receive in our blessings. Thank you, God. We might think we're crazy for even thinking that that was a real thing, what God showed us and God's been telling us for years. And this is why I said it's important to do Sankofa. I mentioned this before in videos a while ago, but Sankofa, if you don't know, that's an African term, and it's basically going back and learning from your past so you can know where you're headed in your future as well. So you might see the black swan looking back at his tail, but that's what it represents. But this is what I mean. Sometimes you have to revisit the past so you can remember who you are and know where you're headed, and know exactly what you're capable of and what you always was capable of doing. So sometimes we forget about the things we accomplished in the past. We forget about the awards that we won, that we earned. Not even just won, but we earned. So this is why it's good to go back to them elementary days and look at different certificates that you got in elementary, kindergarten, even daycare center. It's good to look back at those awards, look at those certificates, look at those ribbons. It's good to go look at those things, because you forget who you are. Sometimes you forget, oh snap, I forgot I got rewards for this. I forgot I got rewards for excellent writing. I forgot I got rewards for excellent reading. I forgot I got rewards for whatever the case is that you got that award for. It could have been anything. It could have been perfect attendance. Could have been anything. Because we might have looked at it like something small, like, oh, this is perfect attendance. But no, that shows that you are dedicated, you're committed, and that you are not going to miss a day of anything once you're dedicated to something. But you might not see it that way. But that's what that shows, that you have that character within yourself to be dedicated to something, committed to something. And when you commit, you're going to be there and give it your all. It could have been excellent in writing. You might look at it like, oh, that was elementary, but not realizing a lot of kids don't get that when they're young, for having excellence in writing. Your writing could have been on the level of junior high already, and you was only elementary. So that's showing that you have excellent skills in writing, and you need to pursue something with that, because obviously you know how to catch somebody's attention. If your teacher was able to see that, and that's a grown person, and to be able to recognize that, yo, this person is on this level and they only elementary. Could have been excellence in reading. You might look at it as something small, but that's showing you that you have comprehension skills, because it's one thing to read something, but it's a whole nother ballgame to comprehend what you read. Thank you, God. A lot of people don't comprehend what they read or what they're told. They could read all day, all the greatest books, all the informative books, but if they don't know how to comprehend that and break it down and actually put it to use, it's no point. They're basically reading for nothing. So that's showing you that you pay attention to detail, and you have good comprehension skills, and you can go far with that in life, because you know how to listen, you know how to follow instructions, and you know how to comprehend things on a level that many people might not be able to do. So you'll be ahead of certain people, or even a lot of people, because like I said, a lot of people read different things, but they don't know how to comprehend things. And that's what separates a lot of people that take in information and know how to use it, or even use it at all, because they didn't comprehend it, they just read it. So I'll give an example of myself, because I like to always do that. So me, sometimes on a journey, probably a lot of y'all got this out there, do this too, do this as well, where you have your accomplishments on the wall, or you put them somewhere where you can see them. And I have certain accomplishments on my wall that's hanging up, but sometimes I'm so used to seeing them that I forget they're there. And every now and then I'll stop and look at one of those accomplishments that's on the wall. So one of the awards that's on my wall is this thing called a Triple C Award. So I actually got this reward in high school when I graduated 12th grade in 2009. And this award represents, like I said, it's called Triple C. I actually got it from Governor Cuomo. If y'all don't know who that is, go look it up. He actually at the time was giving that award out. And I had no idea about this award until I actually received it that day of graduation. I never heard of it, never knew of it. Never even knew I was even getting that award, or even that I was even considered for the award. But basically the award is acknowledging your character. It's a Triple C award, so it's acknowledging your character, your commitment, and your courage. Your character, your commitment, and your courage. So when they called my name for that reward that night, I was shocked because I didn't expect that award. I didn't even know what the award was. I didn't even know I was even up for that award. They just, whoever the teachers were and stuff like that, they must have nominated me. Excuse me, y'all, it's hot out here, so I don't know where I put my chapstick, but I might have the cotton mouth. It's humid out here. But anyway, the teachers must have nominated me or put me to the forefront for that award. So I got that award, and I had it for years, like I said, since 2009, but I never really took it in what that award meant, because I still was like, me getting that award, like I was shocked, like out of all people, why me? And as I got older, the past couple years, and things happened to me in life, and things have happened on my journey that put me through a lot of spiritual warfare and challenged me and tested me, and I'm still going through battles and tests now. I understand why I got that award now, and I understand what the teachers saw in me and what Governor Cuomo saw in me to give me that reward of the Triple C Award of character, courage, and commitment. All these crazy things that I've been going through in these past couple years and in my life, and the battles and the tests and the journeys and the spiritual warfare have shown me exactly why they gave me that award and exactly what they saw. Because these hard times showed me how much of character I have, how much of courage I have, and how much of commitment I have. Because through all the trials and tribulations, through all the hurts and the pains, through all the tears that I done cried in private or even in front of people, because it was just that much warfare going on at times where I just needed to let it out, or I couldn't even hold it back, or it was something I was talking to with that person in the conversation, they just said one thing and the floodgates opened and tears started flowing. I couldn't even help it. And I wasn't ashamed, because I was going through tough times. I was going through tough battles. And on the battlefield, that represents toughness too, because we always think toughness is showing no weakness, and no. Toughness is being able to show vulnerability and being able to show that you are weak in certain areas. And not saying that you're a weak person, but that you need sometimes strength from others to pick you up. Sometimes you need that strength from the God above to give you that strength to keep on going. So I didn't realize these things was in me until I went through these hard, tough battles and this warfare and all these trials and tribulations, that I had the character to keep on being a good person even though I was going through hell. I had the character to still show love to people even though I was going through tough times. I had the commitment to stay on the journey even though the journey was not pretty, even though the journey was terrible, even though the journey was very hurtful and very painful. I had the commitment to stay on the journey because I knew God was putting me through all this for a reason. I knew He was strengthening my character. I knew He was strengthening me in my spirit and my confidence. That's another C that's not even in the award. But I knew these things was happening for a reason, because He wouldn't be putting anything on my path that I couldn't handle. And like they say, God gives His toughest soldiers the toughest battles. And he showed me through this past couple years that I'm one of his toughest soldiers because I was going through a lot of spiritual warfare. I was going through a lot of tough battles. Like I said, I'm still going through tough battles and stuff. But the strength and the commitment that I was shown and that I gained showed me exactly who I am and my character, and it showed me how much courage I got. Because a lot of people fold when they get tested. A lot of people fold when they're on the battlefield. A lot of people fold when they just facing the trial and tribulation. They don't want to deal with it. They shun it away. They be like, I don't want to deal with that. I can't. They just go in the corner, ball up and cry, and they call it a day. But I didn't do that because I knew I couldn't do that. Because I knew it was part of the journey. I knew it was part of the test. So that tested my courage. So I faced the big monster. I faced the big challenges. I did all those things. I'm still doing it. And no, it's not easy. It's hard every day. It's not easy. It's not fun. I cry many tears going through those battles because that's part of the journey. But that's showing your strength in your moments when you feel weak. God's going to give you the strength, and he's going to send others around you too to help you get that strength. And being vulnerable and being honest, like, yo, I don't got the strength today, God. I need you to give me the strength. I don't got the courage today, God. I need you to give me the courage. I don't got the energy today, God. I need you to give me the energy. That's showing how committed you are to the journey. That's showing your character and testing your character. It's showing you how much your faith is high, how much faith you got, that you're going to make it out, that you're going to get through it. Even if you lose people along the way. I lost my moms on the journey. I lost a lot of people on the journey. I was alone a lot of times. The isolation, it wasn't fun. Isolation is not fun when you're going through warfare. Isolation is not fun when you got to hit God and you got to be real with yourself in the mirror and work on some things. It's not pretty. It's not fun. It's not an experience that I would wish on anybody. But we all got to go through those tough battles because it got to show us who we are so we can remember who we are in case we forget. And when I went through those things, it made me look at that Triple C award in a whole different perspective. Because now I understood why they gave me that reward. Now I understood why the teacher said he's the one to get that reward. Now I understood why God said this is the definition of you. That Triple C award, which is character, courage, and commitment. Because on this journey, it showed me that I got to stay committed no matter what. My character has to stay in a high ranking and high value no matter what. I can't become this evil person, or I can't become this bitter person or this spiteful person because life is handing me cards that I don't want to play. I got to play the cards regardless because God gave me this hand to play for a reason. And even when it looked like I'm not going to win, I'm going to win. So you got to remember that for yourself on your journey too. To look back at your old rewards, look back at your old accomplishments, look back at those things. Don't just let them collect dust, Don't just let them collect dust in the corner or in a box and you forget about it. Or whatever that dream is, you need to go back and revisit that because it's going to show you who you are and exactly what you're capable of and how talented, gifted, and how much abilities you have and how much possibilities that you can reach with those abilities, with those gifts, with those talents, because you have courage, you have commitment, and you have character. And you need to go back and visit those things so you remember who you are and you can get back on the journey to continue forward and leaves falling. You can get back on the journey to continue forward and receive your blessings, receive your prosperity, and receive your abundance. So just remember, at times when you feel lost in the journey or you feel lack of confidence in yourself because you're just going through hell or you're going through tough times and you forget who you are, look back at your old achievements and your old accomplishments because they're going to remind you exactly who you are and exactly the capabilities that you have and that you can achieve when using your talents, your gifts, and abilities that God gave you. So just continue to be in alignment with that and continue to do that and continue to let God, the universe, and your ancestors guide you because you got something greater waiting for you on the other side, but you just got to remember who you are and just remember that you ain't come this far for no reason. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all. Always keep doing y'all things. Stay goal-oriented. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we can do sometimes is crawl to that destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all. Always keep doing y'all thing. Like and subscribe. And I catch y'all in the third video. Peace.